this is an interesting comment, and I want to talk about it. We were talking about this video I showed from this guy that is part of the Ark Encounter. I don't know if it's in Kentucky or Tennessee, but basically they built what they believe is a life-size replica Ark, and they teach people about the biblical story of Noah and his family and the Ark and the two of every animal and the this and that and blah 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 blah. And the video focused on dinosaurs because at the Ark Encounter they believe that man and dinosaur lived together, like it was a big giant episode of the Flintstones. And at the end of the video, I said there is no Ark, there was no Ark. Two of every animal did not float on a fucking boat with one man's family for a year. That didn't happen. It's not a fucking thing. This person left the following theory. Hear me out. Now, this is actually quite interesting. The Ark was real. The flood happened. It just wasn't worldwide. It was local to them, and they brought two of every animal that was local where they lived. And no, there was no dinosaurs. Okay, so the theory is that the story is real, but it wasn't global. It was a localized phenomenon, which is far more understandable, far more reasonable, and far more believable than the actual story, right? There was a flood that happened locally where Noah was. Noah grabbed two of every animal that was local to him and his family, and they floated for a hot minute and they survived. Here's the problem I have with your theory. Why did he build the ark to begin with? Because the official story is that God told him that a flood was coming. And if nobody informed Noah that there was going to be an impending flood, what would be the reason to build the ark? What would be the reason to gather two of every animal? What would be the reason to prepare in any such way? What did Noah and his family see to make them prepare in a manner that they spent as much time and energy and resources as they did to build this ark? When you break it down into a localized phenomenon, it makes more sense, right? It truly does. Having said that, the gaps in the story are why. Why did all of this happen? Are you suggesting that God told him to build an ark because there was going to be a flood and gather two of every animal because there was going to be a flood, but God just didn't specify that it was going to be localized? Or, excuse me, are you suggesting that Noah saw something on the horizon, predicted a flood? Because I don't remember what the actual amount of time was that Noah and his family spent building the ark, but that's a lot of work for not having any firsthand predetermined information. You know what I mean? And do you believe Noah lived, I think it was, 900 years old? Do you believe that part of the story, that Noah lived to be 900 years old? Because that's the other part that is never told in church, that Noah lived to be like 900 years old. Which is another insane, unbelievable part of the story. But, I mean, yeah, there are some theory. This is an interesting theory, but there are some holes in this theory.